What's up, guys? It's your boy Metal Stop here. Today, I'm making a video called The Deaths of All of My Characters. Let's start from the beginning. Detective Owens. Detective Owens was a detective that did many cases in 1953. So, he has done many of them, from the stolen jewels to the secret hideout under a museum, and the kidnapping of two different people. So, around September 1st, 1957, the detective is around probably 32 years old, and he's drunk off of whiskey and beer. And he's on a dock by the ocean, and he's so drunk that he ends up slipping on a fish and falling straight in the ocean and drowning. And so ends the tragic end of Detective Owens. Though it's revealed in my podcast, you should listen to it, by the way, and there are discussions about comics, movies, and TV and Metal Stop lore. It was found that in Beauregard Brewery, they found Detective Owens' body inside a alcohol brewery tank, where his skin was turned dark grayish, and he was still wearing his full outfit. So, it was revealed that the ocean drowning was a myth. He actually drowned in a brewery in 1957, not the ocean. So, that's how actually he died. Cop M, or if no one knows his real name, it's Cop Merle. So, Cop Merle is one of the most greatest 70s cops that aligned crime with disco and tons of crime fighting. He was well known for his mustache, his bell bottoms, and his blue and white striped shirt he'd wear to every single crime. He was killed one time, but was brought back from the dead with a lightning bolt and a disco ball, and appeared in a club in 1973. He was put back in time, back to present day, where everyone was happy he was alive again, but through this, during 1974, as you just already saw, he solved his excuse me, the Cop Merle, he solved his case with the bank robbery. And then, during that time, I think around 1980, Cop M retired and continued just doing his daily life. Around 1997, Cop M woke up one morning and he was like getting ready to go to his sheriff's retirement party for Sheriff Broham, and he fell into a complete shock, and the room started getting black and white, and his heart was pounding really hard. And then, clank, he fell straight on top of the fireplace marble and was dead. So, that's the sad end to Cop M, or Cop Merle. February 1st, 1997. Now for my newest character, Squirks. Squirks is an alien from planet Zorgloft, and he was born on planet Earth in 1983. He was probably the most like egotistical and selfish alien ever. All he cared about was money and drinking alcohol and what sports team was going to win on Earth. He lived in like a small bedroom apartment with one bath, and he had a collection of seashells and knickknacks from the 1950s and 1960s sci-fi movies. So, along with that, Squirks was definitely an alien that did not hide his identity. He always made it clear that he was an alien with white skin, no pupils, black hair, and wore a full hipster attire for sports. He would go to conventions, dressed as himself, and would be very popular with a bunch of people. And he'd always join any chance he could be in like a sports bar where it was highly awesome that he was a celebrity. He was very nice on camera, but off camera he was egotistical and selfish. So, Squirks was like the was like any celebrity of media that was super nice on camera, but egotistical and mean off camera. So, like any celebrity that existed, except for ones that are nice off camera, like Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi. But anyway, Squirks, the alien from Zorkaloft, wherever I called it last time, he was on his way to his new job when out of nowhere he pressed the button on his car to go faster. A bomb went off in his car, and he died. And it was revealed when cops found his car that it was a bomb that they've never seen before from another planet. And it turns out it was his family from Zorkaloft that planned to kill him for his awful crimes that he did on their home planet. So he died on September 5th, 2001. Derek Deadbeat and Derek Cosme. Derek Deadbeat and Derek Cosme are brothers. They were separated at birth, and both of them never get along. And once they met in person, a few years later, they end up getting in fights. They end up getting in a sports injury from playing on football from separate teams, and got in about 4 car accidents. Once they were about to, sorry, they were about to separate again, and take too long for them to both pass away. Derek Cosme, he was on his way to see his ex's wedding, and when he arrived as a special guest, With these deaths, I want everyone to remember these characters are still alive still. But in later years, in the 2010s and 2000s, and the 20th century, they passed away because of like inconveniences in their life. So in my channel, they're still alive, but these are how they died. So if anyone wants to know why there hasn't been any videos of some of the characters, now you know. Now for Sheriff Broham, he died of like a heart attack, but he was like with his parents at like a family reunion, and his mom was being really mean towards him because she was like pretending like he didn't get clean, and his father was just like trying to pretend his son had learned nothing since his asylum incident and when he went to police academy. Harold got a heart attack and a stroke, or not Harold. God, I keep saying the random character from other stories. Okay, so Sheriff Broham, Michael Broham, got a heart attack and a stroke from his parents, give him a huge lecture. Instead of his parents caring for him and realizing that he's been clean and he's a better person. So it's his parents that actually killed him, and his parents were arrested for assault and murder, even though that they didn't know that giving their son a stroke and a heart attack was murder. But they were the cause because they're the ones that gave him that stroke and heart attack. It was their yelling and screaming at him that made him like get a stroke and a heart attack from it. So it's their fault. I hope I didn't say Harold during that, but Michael Broham was killed by his parents. Rosie O'Donnell, not the celebrity Rosie O'Donnell, but his mom, Rosie O'Donnell, and his dad, Ronald Randall. Ronald Randall was a celebrity in the 50s that was a comedian, and Rosie O'Donnell was also a comedian, but this was not the celebrity that you're all thinking of. This is Rosie spelled with like an O-E, and Donald spelled with a D-O-N-N-N-E-L. So, a little different. But this is what it's come to. Both his parents were very mean to him and yelling and screaming at him in order to end his life. With all these deaths, like I said before, all these characters are still alive on my channel. But this is when they all died. Don't let this be sad, but remember, this is what happened. Nothing we can do about it. It's just history. Or lore on my channel. So thanks for listening. Like and subscribe and hit that bell. And if you want to watch more videos by me, be sure to keep watching. I'll see you next one. Whoop-pow!